If you're a fan of amazing games and love a good deal, then you've chosen the perfect video to watch. Because I'm here to show you some of the best Steam games that are on sale right now. These titles are not only underrated and simply amazing, but also super affordable. If you're ready to discover your next favorite game, smash that like button and let's dive into these must-have titles before the sale ends. In a city gripped by decay and unrest, where corruption and fear lurk in every corner, a former royal protector finds himself cast into exile, falsely accused of a brutal crime that shattered the fragile peace. Imprisoned and left for dead, an otherworldly force intervenes, granting powers that defy natural laws, abilities that allow to bend time, traverse shadows, and flesh to one's will. Armed with these gifts, the journey unfolds into a delicate dance between stealth and confrontation, where every choice carves a unique path through a world rife with conspiracies and shifting alliances. As the hunt for truth and justice deepens, the surroundings tell stories of a city suffering under the weight of plague and political rot. Twisting alleys and towering rooftops offer both sanctuary and danger, inviting silent approaches as well as daring confrontations. The way forward is never simple. Decisions made echo far beyond personal survival, shaping the fate of countless lives and the very soul of the city itself. Trust becomes a scarce commodity, and allies may turn to foes as loyalties shift like shadows at dusk. More than a tale of revenge, this is a journey exploring the fragile boundary between humanity and the consuming darkness. In Mortal Kombat 1, Fire God Liu Kang has reshaped reality, forging a new world free from past conflicts. However, hidden dangers rise, threatening the fragile balance. Iconic warriors return with reimagined roles, and as you progress through the cinematic story mode, you will uncover a fresh take on long-standing rivalries and alliances. The game introduces cameo fighters, assist characters who provide unique attacks, counters, and finishers, allowing for strategic team-based combat. Fatal blows make a return, but are now performed alongside cameo allies, delivering devastating cinematic assaults. The refined combat system also enhances aerial combos, making fights more fluid and aggressive. The Chaos Reigns expansion expands the roster with new fighters, including the T-1000 from Terminator 2, complete with his liquid metal transformations. It also revives Animalities, where fighters morph into beasts for brutal finishing moves, adding a nostalgic and thrilling touch. With its mix of classic mechanics and fresh innovations, Mortal Kombat 1 reinvents the legendary series while staying true to its brutal roots. Hogwarts Legacy takes you to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a fifth-year student with the rare ability to wield ancient magic. While attending classes, brewing potions, and learning spells, you uncover a hidden threat that could shake the wizarding world. Goblins and dark wizards are growing in power, and your unique gift puts you at the center of the conflict. Beyond Hogwarts, a vast world awaits. You'll explore familiar locations like the Forbidden Forest and Hogsmeade, each changing with time and seasons. The world is filled with secrets, side quests, and companions who bring their own stories and abilities. Combat requires a mix of spell combinations, well-timed counters, and the strategic use of magical tools like enchanted plants and potions. The Room of Requirement acts as your personal space, allowing you to upgrade gear, grow ingredients, and even care for magical creatures. As you unravel the mysteries of ancient magic, your choices will shape your legacy, whether you follow the path of knowledge or dabble in darker powers. After waking from decades of cryogenic sleep, you find yourself in a world forever altered by nuclear devastation. The familiar has been replaced by a vast, unpredictable wasteland, where every ruin holds echoes of forgotten lives. The remnants of civilization cling to survival, their stories woven into the desolate landscape, where choices shape not only your path, but also the fragile futures of those still struggling to endure. Exploration becomes an unfolding journey through sprawling environments that challenge your instincts and adaptability. From crumbling towns to wild stretches of untamed terrain, every step reveals new mysteries and opportunities. The narrative unfolds through encounters that test convictions and invite reflection on humanity's resilience and the cost of rebuilding. The gameplay offers freedom to craft a unique approach, blending tactical shootouts with the chance to develop specialized skills and gear. Building and managing settlements adds a layer of purpose, transforming abandoned spaces into bastions of hope and community amid chaos. Hostile creatures and rival factions create tense, unpredictable moments, where survival depends on a balance of strategy and quick thinking. The atmosphere carries a persistent sense of weight and history, a reminder of what's been lost and what still might be reclaimed. In Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2, you step into the boots of Lieutenant Titus, an ultramarine who returns to the battlefield after a century. This time, he confronts the Tyranids, a relentless alien species driven by a hive mind, intent on consuming every planet's resources. The narrative delves into Titus's journey, exploring themes of loyalty and redemption, as he faces both external threats of Tyranids and internal skirmishes within the Imperium. The game offers a third-person shooter experience, focusing on intense combat against massive hordes of enemies. Players can wield a variety of melee and ranged weapons, allowing for diverse combat strategies. The story supports co-op mode for up to 3 players, encouraging cooperation and tactical coordination, especially when battling the relentless Tyranid swarms. Beyond the main storyline, the game features both cooperative and competitive multiplayer modes, catering to different playstyles. Visually, the game stands out with its detailed portrayal of the Warhammer universe, showcasing rich, war-torn environments. The graphics are backed by strong technical performance, ensuring smooth gameplay even during large-scale battles. Doom is a first-person shooter that revitalizes the iconic series with high-speed combat and a robust arsenal of weapons. Players assume the role of the Doomslayer, a formidable warrior awakened to confront demonic forces that have overrun a Martian research facility. The game emphasizes swift movement and relentless action, encouraging players to stay on the move and engage in close-quarters combat. The single-player campaign features 13 levels, each offering multiple pathways and open areas to explore. Players can discover collectibles, secrets, and upgrades to enhance their equipment. The Glory Kill mechanic allows players to replenish health by executing melee attacks on weakened enemies, adding a visceral element to the gameplay. In ULTRAKILL, you're a prototype machine called V1, and the world you wake up in is anything but welcoming. Humanity is gone, wiped out by wars and disasters, and the only thing that keeps you running is blood. It's your only fuel, and because there's none left on Earth, you head straight into hell to get it. The gameplay is pure chaos in the best way. You don't just shoot, you dashing, sliding, and even blasting yourself upward for extra air. It's all part of staying alive and dodging whatever's coming your way. You regain health only when you get close and soak yourself in the blood of whatever you just smashed, which pushes you to stay aggressive instead of hiding behind cover. Your arsenal is a whole show by itself. Each one has its own firing tricks, and with different arm modules, you can chain insane combos and stylish moves that feel incredibly precise and deliberate. Boss fights keep you on your toes too. You can't just unload bullets and hope it works. You need to read their moves, learn their rhythm, and use everything you've mastered, because simple button mashing won't get you far. ULTRAKILL isn't just a shooter, it's a relentless and brutal dance. You're a machine that needs blood to survive, carving your way through hell, one arena at a time. The action pushes you to stay ferocious, lightning fast, and inventive, while the story, simple on the surface, hints at something bigger. Machines questioning purpose, angels wrestling with doubt, and a lost human world echoing through all that destruction. It makes the carnage something surprisingly dramatic, where even soulless steel searches for the meaning of its existence. Mad Max plunges you into brutal, post-apocalyptic wasteland where survival is the primary goal. This open-world action game, developed by Avalanche Studios, lets players embody Max, a lone road warrior in a world ravaged by gangs and war. The narrative begins with Max being stripped of his beloved Interceptor car, leading him to team up with a mysterious mechanic known as Chum Bucket. Together, they aim to build a powerful vehicle, the Magnum Opus, to confront the tyrannical warlord Scrotus and his army. The gameplay is a mix of vehicular clashes, on-foot brawls, and exploration. You can engage in high-octane car chases and traversing the vast wasteland. The combat system emphasizes dynamic action, with Max using both melee and range attacks to defeat enemies. The game's world is expansive, with a variety of missions and side quests to pull you in for dozens of hours. In a galaxy once shaped by the will of a brutal cult, Nara stands as a defector, haunted by her past. Once their most feared weapon, she turned against them after unleashing an atrocity too great to bear. With Forsaken, her sentient starfighter and former partner in destruction, she begins a path of rebellion and redemption. Space is not just a backdrop, but a battleground. Shootouts unfold in tight, fast-paced encounters that demand sharp reflexes and mastery of both weaponry and otherworldly abilities. Nara can manipulate the flow of battle, vanishing from sight, warping across the battlefield, and sensing unseen threats. Forsaken shares a troubled history and a voice, shaping the story with its own will and memory. This is a story not just about fighting back, but about facing what's been done and what still must be. The stars may be endless, but redemption has a cost. GreedFall introduces you as Desardet, a noble sent to an uncharted island in search of a remedy for a devastating plague. What begins as a mission to save your homeland soon plunges you into a multi-layered struggle. Colonial powers clash with indigenous tribes whose supernatural guardians defend their world, so your decisions will ultimately determine the fate of those you meet. Every quest feels alive with meaningful choices, and the game's branching paths unfold in rich, varied ways, reinforcing that your approach truly matters in how events develop. Exploration is a joy. Each fog-covered region on the map invites discovery, so charting the wilderness feels like unveiling the unknown. In combat, quick reflexes and precise strikes are crucial, as well as the ability to block attacks at the right moment. You'll face off against human foes and magical creatures, switching seamlessly between melee, ranged attacks, and spells, with an optional pause to strategize, especially helpful in higher difficulty levels. The setting is a standout, a 17th century styled world blending colonial-era aesthetics. Character growth feels meaningful. A classless progression system lets you blend charisma, crafting finesse, magical talent, or combative prowess. Skill points are precious. You can tailor your role and later reset if you wish, though the system forces a full respec, so choose wisely. Atomic Heart is a first-person shooter. Set in an alternate 1950s Soviet Union, the game unfolds in Facility 3826, the nation's premier scientific research center. In this retrofuturistic world, scientific advancements have led to the creation of the Polymer, a liquid programmable module, and a networked artificial intelligence called Collective 1.0, linking robots for enhanced efficiency. The narrative takes a dark turn when a robot uprising plunges the facility into chaos. You will assume the role of Sergei Nechayev, equipped with a polymer glove, granting abilities such as telekinesis, freezing, shielding, and electricity manipulation. These powers can be combined with a diverse arsenal of melee and ranged weapons, which can be crafted and upgraded, using parts scavenged from defeated robots and household appliances. The game also features quick-time events and various challenges throughout the main campaign. Visually, Atomic Heart presents a unique and stunning aesthetic, blending Soviet-era design with futuristic elements. The art direction has been praised for its originality and attention to detail. The Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered brings back one of the most iconic fantasy worlds with a complete visual and mechanical overhaul. Cyrodiil, a land gripped by political unrest and looming catastrophe, once again becomes the stage for a grand journey. After the Emperor is murdered and his bloodline seemingly ends, gates to a demonic dimension called Oblivion begin to tear open across the world. With chaos spilling into every corner, you're drawn into a race to locate the last heir and stop the realm from falling into ruin. This remastered edition transforms the world with overhauled visuals, crisper textures, improved lighting, and deeper environmental detail give every forest, ruin, and city a newfound richness. Character models are more refined, animations are smoother, and the once clunky combat now feels more reactive and dynamic. Sprinting, more precise attacks, and enhanced spellcasting breathe new energy into battles. Dialogue is expanded, with more distinct voices that make each character type feel more alive. The user interface has been cleaned up for clarity, and progression feels more rewarding thanks to smart adjustments in how attributes and skills grow. Beneath Oresa is a dynamic tactical roguelike that blends card-based strategy with turn-based combat. The game unfolds in a ruined city that once served as a home for gods, now inhabited by rival factions, each with distinct abilities and playstyles. At the start of your journey, you choose an expedition with unique rewards and set the level of the architect's curse, which will affect challenges and opportunities along the way. The game features several factions, each offering unique mechanics. And every faction comes with a companion, whose abilities grow as your bond strengthens. Battles revolve around a 3-action system, and a battlefield split into zones, requiring careful positioning. Your deck evolves with each encounter, offering 3 upgrade options at a time to adapt your strategy. You also encounter nodes that allow healing, deck enhancement, or deepening your bond with your companion, with every choice carrying meaningful consequences. This game is perfect for those who enjoy deep tactical mechanics and a challenging experience. It will especially appeal to fans of card-based roguelikes like Slay the Spire, and anyone seeking fresh strategic challenges. Robert Foster returns to Union City after being exiled, driven by the need to find a kidnapped child from his village. The city is a futuristic metropolis tightly controlled by an AI known as Minos, which enforces a rigid social order by assigning personal worth scores to its inhabitants. To navigate this system, Foster assumes a false identity, delving into the city's depths and uncovering hidden conspiracies that raise challenging questions about control, freedom, and the cost of maintaining order. The experience unfolds through exploration and intricately designed puzzles that demand both logic and creativity to outwit the city's surveillance and overcome its technological barriers. Foster's journey is accompanied by a robotic companion whose evolving role provides practical assistance and adds emotional depth, highlighting the complex relationship between human intuition and artificial intelligence. The game's visuals draw from comic book art, featuring cel-shaded graphics that give the world a distinctive and unique appearance, perfectly matching the narrative's blend of technology and humanity. Set against the harsh and unforgiving landscape of Mars, this game plunges you into the role of a rebellious fighter, determined to topple a brutal regime that has seized control of the planet. The story unfolds through the eyes of someone caught in a desperate struggle for freedom, where every mission pushes deeper to enemy territory, revealing the costs of resistance and the strength found in defiance. What truly sets this experience apart is the unprecedented level of destruction available in the open-world environment. This isn't just spectacle, it's a fundamental part of how the world responds to your actions. The gameplay strikes a balance between strategic guerrilla warfare and explosive, chaotic combat. Missions often demand creative problem-solving, sneak past patrols, or launch all-out assaults, giving a sense of freedom to approach situations in multiple ways. Beyond the action, there's a gritty atmosphere shaped by the planet's barren vistas, abandoned mining towns, and ruined industrial complexes. The fight for Mars isn't just a battle over territory. It's a fight for survival and hope in a place where every crumbling wall and shattered tower tells a story of past conflict and sacrifice. Injustice 2 Legendary Edition. The sequel raises the stakes with the gear system, which lets you customize your characters with powerful items. The Legendary Edition packs in all additional content, including extra characters like Hellboy and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, making it a must-have for fans of both fighting games and DC Comics. Persona 5 Royal unfolds in the vibrant heart of Tokyo, where a high school student, burdened by a false accusation, discovers a hidden realm known as the Metaverse, a manifestation of collective human desires. Within this alternate reality, he and a group of like-minded peers awaken to extraordinary abilities, forming the Phantom Thieves of Hearts. Their mission: to infiltrate the distorted psyches of corrupt individuals, confronting the shadows that reside within and prompting profound transformations in the real world. The journey traverses a meticulously structured calendar year, balancing the rigors of academic life, part-time employment, and nurturing relationships. Each day presents choices that influence personal growth and social bonds, known as confidants, which in turn unlock new skills and avenues within the metaverse. Time management becomes a strategic endeavor, as decisions made during the day affect opportunities and outcomes. Combat operates on a turn-based system that emphasizes exploiting enemy weaknesses. Striking a foe's vulnerability grants an additional action, enabling tactical advantages. Shady Part of Me draws you into a surreal and emotional journey through the fractured mind of a young girl and her shadow. Switching between her 3D world and the 2D world of her shadow, you navigate a series of cleverly designed puzzles that rely on manipulating light and shadow. The girl can only move through the darkness, while her shadow lives in the light. They both rely on each other to overcome the path ahead. The visual style feels like a moving watercolor painting, capturing a dreamlike atmosphere where environments reflect the protagonist's shifting emotions. The narrative explores themes of fear, self-doubt, and growth. There's a rewind mechanic that lets you reverse time to correct mistakes, making even the trickiest puzzles feel approachable and rewarding. The game doesn't rush you. Instead, it invites reflection through its somber tone and thoughtful pacing. With around 6 to 7 hours of story, Shady Part of Me becomes a quiet yet powerful journey through internal struggle and the delicate balance between shadow and light. Atlas Fallen: Reign of Sand transports players to a mesmerizing desert world where remnants of a forgotten civilization lie buried beneath shifting sands. In this land, humanity struggles under the oppressive rule of corrupted gods, and the sands themselves hold ancient secrets and untapped power. You will take on the role of a mysterious hero, armed with a legendary gauntlet that can control the sands, transforming them into deadly weapons and tools for survival. The game delivers fast-paced combat, blending agility and power as players battle towering sand-infused creatures and cunning enemies. The gauntlet serves as a versatile weapon, forging massive blades, crushing hammers, and other devastating forms from the environment itself. Combat evolves as players gain momentum, allowing for increasingly powerful strikes and stunning abilities. Mastering these tools is essential to overcome colossal foes and navigate the treacherous terrain of this sun-scorched realm. That's it for today's Steam special offers. I hope you found some amazing discounts to grab while you can. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you want to support the channel even more, grab me a coffee over at Buy Me a Coffee, link in the description. Catch you in the next one, and thanks for the support.